Right. So there are three types of online content that will influence your leads. There's expert content, branded, and user-generated content. Each one will impact the lead on different parts of the buying process. So the first one we'll start with is expert. So expert content is really critical at the beginning of the research phase. And let me give you a definition of expert content. It's third-party content which the lead has defined as credible. So in our industry, this will relate to, number one, case studies, video testimonials of your clients, as well as any third-party articles or public relations. So getting local media to do articles on your business is critical to taking that opportunity and catching them at the first part. So that's very, very critical. And of course, from a search engine optimization standpoint, when that article is on a different website with a backlink to your website, oftentimes they'll start there and then come back into your website. Case studies are those of clients for projects you have completed. So that's just where you imagine you complete a project, you hire a local professional, like say media organization, produce a press piece. In other words, like a public relations piece. Well, that your client is interviewed and they run through their journey. That's the case study. So why did I want to remodel or build a home? Why did I pick this particular builder, this particular design, these particular product selections, so on and so forth? What was the production part like? And what are the end results? You know, how has life changed since you moved in or had your project completed? That's really, really important stuff. And it's low-hanging fruit as far as I'm concerned. We've talked about case studies a lot. Very few builders, if any, utilize this, and it's the most important tool to getting your lead to opt in and start that relationship with you. All right, and your thoughts there, Diana, on expert content?
So case study, testimonials, and just links and local media, so PR. So everything is important to just be there and be confirmed by a third party officially.
Exactly. Yep. It is that third party content that's really, really important. So next is branded content. So after the expert content attracts the lead, keeps them there, now they're going to move into your branding content. And that takes over when that initial trust and value has been established. So branding content, this is really produced by you and or your employees. Excuse me, on your website. It is your available homes. It is your design library. It is your projects page. If you are a remodeler, it's your photo galleries. It is your locations or service area where you either build in, control land or lots, as well as if you're a remodeler, where you will service, so that lead can self-qualify. So branded content is something that they trust you already, and they understand that you're producing the content, but they're okay with that because they like what they've seen so far. Any thoughts, Diana?
So first you establish value, then you continue to build on that value with and sharing your experience, picture, projects, so they can see the proof of your expertise, and then probably you move into the third part.
Exactly, and another way of saying proof is believability.
Yeah.
So if you look at it this way, everybody likes to see that you have done something that is above what they're thinking. So as an example, let's just say your budget is $100,000. If you're only showing branded content that shows $50,000 and $75,000 projects, they question whether you could do a $100,000 project. Right. However, if you're showing $100,000 projects and my budget is 50, now I believe you could do a $50,000 project because you've done a $100,000 project. Right. So, it's always downselling We have to be careful though. We don't always just want to show very, very high-end projects. We want to show all three levels of our branded content. So branded content should include your entry-level projects. It should include your mid-range projects and also your high-end projects. You want to show all three so you don't exclude anybody by mistake and lose an opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes perfect sense. So just include everybody. So here we include things, and then we exclude, and the client will exclude us or not.
Exactly. And we can go ahead once we go through the capturing process, we can go ahead and we can exclude people that truly are not a good fit for us. But on the website, we want to specifically just show a wide variety, our full breadth of offering. So next, and what we call our third type of content is user-generated reviews. And what this does is it helps seal the deal and captures that opportunity. So user-generated reviews such as Google, Houzz, Facebook, those are the big three for our industry. There are other platforms where you can get reviews, but you want to be able to show these on your website because what this does is it builds enough confidence that your opportunity will take the next step to becoming a lead. So that's where they go through the just visiting to captured, and then you can start your conversion process from there. User-generated reviews, it's okay if you don't have all 5-star glowing reviews on your site. You can have some 4-star reviews. You might even have your 3-star reviews. But at this point, it's good to make sure that you are, if possible, you are responding to all your reviews, even if it's a 5-star, or 4-star, or 3-star. And if somebody has a problem with you, oftentimes it's actually not a bad idea to show that review that, hey, this person was not happy, and how you responded to it. That can be very, very important because people do question if they come to a website and they see 40 reviews on there and they're all 5 stars. There's nothing below a 5-star. So they start to question like, well, are these legitimate reviews? So you want to make sure these look as organic as possible. Any final thoughts from you, Diana?
I'm taking notes. That's very interesting. So if you have all those things on your website, then you can build trust and the client can buy easily from you.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, 70 to 90% of the journey will start just by the content you have on your website.
Yeah.
So when that opportunity does say, okay, Diana, I'm ready to talk, and they opt in. So that opt-in can look like filling out a form. We use different tools for our clients' websites to just engage them. One of the things we found is that you don't want to just have like a static form, but you want to have tools they can use, like something where they can ask a question and get a response right away, something where we have a scoping tool where they can start scoping out their project. But that engagement, that back and forth is really important. The user-generated reviews is really the last thing that they will use to say, yes, I'm going to take this next step. Sometimes they'll call you. Sometimes maybe they'll visit a model home, but most of the time it's going to be some sort of a form or tool that they will start filling out on the website. So the bottom line is we attract leads to your website by offering the content they are looking for. Remember, there's 19 seconds of what to get them to avoid crossing us off the list. So we answer 3 questions. What can my project look like? That's their product. How much will it cost, or the price? And where can I build it? Or do you remodel homes in my service area? So that's the place. So product, price, and place. All content should be revolving around that. Any other content that you have on your site that does not answer those questions simply gets in the way. Is it still good to have other content such as about us or a blog? Of course there is, but you do not want it to get in the way of being able to find this content very quickly, because you just have really those 20 seconds to get their attention. And if you don't, you're going to lose them and you've lost that sale.
So that's how we can lose the sale, right? Just not having those information on the website.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's very powerful, actually, and very succinct. And it seems that it's a clear structure, and all you have to do is just to fill in the blanks.